Alright, welcome back. I guess this is why we can't have nice things. As I was leaving the Tower of Babel, I forgot there's a story thing where the stair is collapsing. A little plot bit. And normally Sid is the one who rescues. Wow! Sid rescues you and then blows himself up. Don't worry, he lives through that too. Like, you see him blow himself up with a bomb and he lives. This game's so bad for the fake out. I wanted blood, you know? Alright, let's... let's go for a walk. Does that get us the grappling hook is what I want to know. Yeah. I'm not thinking about where I am going. The hovercraft is at Damsian. Nope, still no grappling hook for us. That's okay. But there will probably be the cutscene. Maybe we gotta get to Baron? Yeah, I think we might need the Baron key to do that. Okay, well, let's do two things. One, save the game, as is prudent. Two, there was a woman who was like, hey, bring me the Crystal of Earth. Also, there's a treasure room I haven't pillaged, I think. Show it to us first. Yeah, here it is. The Dark Elf took the Crystal of Earth. You all know about that. But was there not a treasure trove for me? Oh yeah, sorry. Other side. I often get which side that's gonna be on. In like a symmetrical castle, there's a lot of games. Chrono Trigger, I always forget which side the King's Room's on in Guardia 600. Yes. Yes, I have. Maybe I could have just lied. Should have tried that. Sure, I'll take... I should have chucked it. Oh well. Yeah, the Elven Bow is arguably better than the Samurai Bow, which has higher strength. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, we'll just chuck the crystal. I'm pretty sure I picked up something terrible in there. Yeah, there it is. We can chuck that, and this, and those. That will do us for now. Alright, we'll have to do a little bit of inventory management. What a haul, though. I know some people like games that have inventory management. I prefer the Dragon Quest approach, where you have the bag that can hold infinite things, and then your characters have room for a couple things on their person. Because it keeps the strategy of, you know, picking what's going to go on somebody. You know, that's a decision to make. But it doesn't force you to spend forever worrying about what's really minutia. Alright, this may increase her attack power further. Yep. And definitely her stats. Alright. And Tiara, they have almost identical equipment. Oh wow. Who would have thought I'd have too many of those good things? Wouldn't mind if I had better armor for her, but we'll get there, I'm sure. ridiculous amount of armor and money. So the blood sword is kind of worth considering keeping around, which I did. It just didn't make the cut. But I did feel a little guilty just now. It's a real unique snowflake. I'd chuck the cure ones, but we'll probably just pick up more. Can we forget about Edge? Probably. Alright. The inventory is clean. We're going to do the Tower of Zot Turbo Edition, because we just need to go to the end. And that should be not too terrible, I think. Normally that is when you get the magma key, so it means we will get a key item at the end. The ones we want. Yeah, I'd love to go. What else do I want? I'm trying to think. Potentially the Adamant. I think I was using Venom to wipe these guys and it seemed to work. Apparently I'm misremembering. There we go. Brave Sir Robin ran away. Just a casual, oh my goodness, life 2. Now we're set. We have Reflect, we have life 2, we have Haste. I do not remember, I'm pretty sure this is the first game where Haste started increasing how quickly you get your turn, because this is the first Final Fantasy with ATB. Active Time Battle. I think all the previous ones, it just increased the number of times your character would attack, which was actually pretty good. No, it's just a treasure room. We don't need that crap. 2 characters with wall, we might actually be able to put up a fight against. Well, Ashura would still be a concern. No, he beat her. Bahamut we've taken care of, so the Wyvern. Alright, here's the Crystal of Earth. Normally this is when Tellah would kill Golbez. You get zapped. We have to rescue Rosa! That would be Kain normally. Is it going to be Rosa still? We have an awkward hug in front of Kain. Rose is already in the party. So yeah, it's level 50 and there's Medio. But I like our group. He also can do white and black magic. I'll take your stuff, though. Porum, good news. So the Sorcerer is one of the better ones. The white... Yeah, that's fine. The white robe, I think, is slightly better. And then that's pretty much it for the normal to find stuff. So we fought Valvalis Baricia before. Alright, so they swapped. We'll do the Mist Dragon so you can see Rydia's mom in action, even though I probably should go with Rama, who is Indra in this one. They were still sorting out some of the nouns. We're gonna have to do both phases with Dr. Luge. Yeah, he hops inside his robot. He probably won't, yeah, last long. Yeah, now he does his experiment on himself. We'll show you Indra. He's gonna experiment on himself. Also, I think he poisons us. Ooh. Right on cue. Unfortunately, healing all of our characters is somewhat impractical. I'm not sure if he takes damage from healing. Well, takes damage from arrows. We didn't even have the elven bow on her. Well, great success, everyone. Promotions for all. Come on, Adamant. So Rosa learns exit now, because this is when she does it in the story. And that warps us to Baron! We should be able to rip and run. So we got the package. I think that's a dead end. Oh no. And we still need the Baron key. Dang it. I want to pillage the place. Alright, well. We have the package. We might as well deliver it and burn this place. Click. It honestly holds up pretty well. You can revisit anytime you want. Also, some people were asking, I don't know if any of you will still be around, some people were asking, because in real life IRL continuity, in that timeline, the one where I live, not this one, I was doing a Dark Souls Let's Play and I only got like 2 episodes in, so this is normally Rydia, who's pretty upset at you. I wonder what he's gonna do. Normally the fight ends when she summons Titan and causes an earthquake. Even though I think Chocobo is her, like, personal call. Do you have to run? Okay. I'm glad Kane's in the air. Alright, that's normally what happens. Anyway, I was doing a Dark Souls Let's Play. What happened is my computer's... I had a capture card and it is dying / died. I think mostly on the software side. I think physically it's still intact, but stuff's just gone too out of date. But yeah, it like doesn't run anymore and sandbags the entire computer. So when the new one arrives, I'll finish this one and then go back, because we're probably, well, we're well on our way. We also have a sand ruby. We might as well deliver it at this point. Also, we have... Technically, we're protecting Tella, who forgot to take his meds and got lost. Which means we also have a boss fight coming. This should be pretty easy, though. This is the second boss fight in the entire game. So normally Cecil would take Rydia here after delivering the package, and he'd sort of contemplate his life. Oh, you. This is a potential source of trouble. I don't know if it's going to hit any of them. We'll find out. Oops. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Normally, Remedy does 4,000. Dead? Dead. Oh, this boss is a little scary normally. What a joke. I don't know if I think they should scale the events to where you are in the story or not. I guess the game's chronology makes as much sense because you can predict that. If the logic allowed you to have 2 forks, then you could really get burned on one. So yeah, normally some soldiers come to kill Rydia. Because they're like, yeah, your orders were to wipe out the collars, you gotta get the last one. And Cecil fights off the soldiers. And Rydia's pretending to sleep, and she sort of hears some of Cecil's talking to himself and being like, boy, I'm a pretty horrible person. I regret everything I've done. She'll probably never forgive me. Anyway, she warms up to you after you kill some more people. Just better people to kill. That's how it goes. Alright. Time to make a hard decision. Whoops. Sand Ruby. Right, we can still go there. That, I guess, another progress item. Alright, we cleanse your sand, or your desert fever. Now this one's a little tempting, but I'll probably dismiss him still. Yeah, it's an interesting group. If he'd come a little earlier, I probably would have said yes. I actually thought about dismissing Cecil, even. It's weird. Normally there's a plot fight after that. I guess we didn't have to do it. Maybe they just don't consider it a boss fight. Normally Edward would lament the death of so-and-so. What do you got for helmet? Crystal, pretty good, and I think he has a Dragoon helm. No! Alright, let's upgrade for Kane. Who has... If I change one item, and I could buy it... No, this boosts his defense way too much. Can't neglect that. He's basically got his endgame equipment, and as a matter of fact... Sure, you could put those robes on for a minute. There are some exceptions when I say things like endgame equipment. Sometimes there's like a really rare item drop that is technically more effective. Like Rydia, for example, the Fire Butte, the Fire Whip is the best thing you can find in a treasure for her, but some dragons might, at extremely rare and low frequency, they might drop the Dragon Whip, so she has what I would consider better than her endgame equipment. These guys are not... They're not that great. Honestly, Rose is pretty close too. If we could get an Artemis bow, that would be the cherry on top. And before I forget, I'm actually going to switch her to the Elven bow. So it's going to lower her attack power just a little bit, but now it adds like some elemental or status property, and in this game actually status elements can work like how elements work in most Final Fantasies. In case that sounded weird, Baron's here. I want to go to Agar, which I think is down and to the right. I can do it without a map. There's Toria. Oh no, it happened. Anyway, so like, Yang is probably the best example of a character for that. Where's Evelyn? There we go. Okay, there's Evelyn. So So I can go here. Alright. No longer lost. I now am found. So, where was I? Oh yeah, so Yang has like a claw. It has 0 attack power, but it will give status ailments to enemies, and it also has like basically it has silence or charm or something like that attached to it, but it'll do double damage to enemies who are weak against that, which is again a little unusual for Final Fantasy, but it has it. Anyway, Rosa's... Oh, this isn't where they were selling the Dragoon armor. I guess it was the Dwarf home. So Rose's Elven Bow has that property. And I think, or it's light elemental, something like that. Either way, it can do tremendous damage against certain enemies, and she can get a status or elemental property from her arrows or her bow, which is actually a really cool system that we will never see again in the series. Yeah, you're both gonna shut me out. Okay. Alright, he's a little low level, but we could realistically... If we were to try beating the game, Cecil could... I probably should have kept that, actually. I keep holding out the, what if I get Edge? And the answer is some of that stuff would be worth keeping, because he can wear samurai armor. And he can't wear Dragoon armor. Oh well. Anyway, between Artemis arrows and the Elven Bow, Rosa's... like, that's decent endgame equipment. Alright, let's hop here. So the Sylvan Cave... Anytime I step on one of those glowing tiles, I would take a fair bit of damage, unless you cast Float. And I actually consider this to be a pretty difficult area. Because these jerks. Cecil gained 2 levels in one fight, though. Poor him got a little left behind. Oh my goodness. Alright, that crystal ring, I alluded to stuff I consider better than endgame equipment. The crystal ring would be one such item. Heal is actually really expensive, so we will not use it. So I would normally say the Protect ring is the best ring in the game, but in the extremely unlikely situation that an enemy drops a crystal ring, that would be superior. I'm actually going to go on Rydia. It's ridiculously powerful. So, that Rydia has almost the same defense as Cecil and Kain is making me have a big smile. That's the short version. I like it quite a bit. It is agreeable. We don't need that. Oh, I'm already confused. To a certain extent, this place has gotten in my head. After many excursions into it. And as we noticed, the enemies here are quite strong. Oh great, we got surprised. Let's be a little bit more deliberate here. I don't know if they're actually vulnerable to fire. I'm gonna pick a more innocuous element. They might absorb it, yeah. So Rydia's just that quick because she has the crystal thing on. Kain should shred these guys because he has the Holy Lance. a good chip on everyone. We're gaining ridiculous experience here, though. Like everyone. Everybody, everybody. Alright, welcome to B3F. That's the end right over there. There's a nasty little gauntlet at the end here. No, thank you. Ah, we don't need it. Rip through them. Our characters are pretty close to what... Wait. I forgot they reveal the pathways in this version. So in between is where we actually need to get, but... We're getting close to being high enough level to beat the game relatively easily. Oops. Oh my goodness, game. Not in record time. I'm sure people like with practice at the randomizer could do this in like 2 hours without any major glitches. There's a cheesy stairs glitch, which I don't really like, but you see it in a lot of speedruns. I generally prefer glitchless speedruns. But yeah, if you go up and down stairs a lot in this game, you can totally glitch it out. 44,000 experience. There we go, if we opt to take Edge. He's got his gear now. Iron Stone, I want Meteo. Cure 4. Okay. The defense sword, I mean, it'll be an upgrade for Cecil. This is what the Defender, as they would call it in later games. It's not elemental, but it raises your defense quite a bit. It's almost as strong. A little bit of a drop off there. I'll keep it. No, thank you. It's almost as strong as the Holy Lance. 51,000. Oh my goodness. Alright, she learned Holy, because Porum learns it at 52, I think. Alright, I think she's done. So anyway, it's worth considering giving to Kain because, you know, he can still do a lot of damage. Not as much as Cecil when he's got the Crystal Sword, but... Stardust. This is the one that casts Comet. Is it stronger, though? Oh, it's a rod! Alright, so if we wanted to switch Iridia to be more of a mage character, this is how we would set her up. We'd probably drop the heroine as well, to be honest. She's a lot more fragile, but her wisdom's 74 now. It was greatly reduced before. I like the setup right now. When we get to more difficult areas, we will probably switch it back. Well, we don't need it, but it's valuable. A crossbow. It sickens me. Everything's fine. Also in the next fight I am going to try using the Stardust. Just to watch the fireworks. Right? The whole reason I was kicking myself. It's pretty cool that we have 3 characters that can cast Holy. Okay, we are almost out. This is such a labyrinthine place. We hates it. Weakest spear in the game. We didn't quite do it in time. Oh, Iridia learned Weak, which is really effective against a small set of enemies. Golden Hairpin. We should buy a lot more heals. Ugh. So these enemies, the toad lady in the middle will just be like... She'll be like, croak my pretties. Alright, so the adamant is a broken piece of equipment. It's disproportionately powerful. So we could beat the game now. Seriously, Cecil is legitimately indestructible. Look. It's too powerful. I might not even use it. And can anyone use it? Yeah. So, okay, now Rydia's invincible. That's actually not a terrible idea. Here, we'll do this with Rydia. Let's see what her will is. 58. Wisdom is the one we wanted anyway for her. 85. Yeah, so... she's still ridiculously powerful. Sure, I'll take them. I didn't even see what the last one was. I'm distracted by finally getting the adamant. I tried many, many times. I think it was a rune ring. Well, it's pretty fun that we're getting all this overpowered stuff. Next time we might put it to some good use. I could get to the end of the game, I think, by going to the lunar core. Decisions to make. See you there.